quero saber o que quero fazer. saber o que quero fazer. Diga a palavra e eu vou saber o que quero fazer. Saber o que quero fazer. Diga a palavra e eu vou saber o que quero fazer. Saber o que quero fazer. Diga a palavra e eu vou saber o que quero fazer. quero fazer.
Good evening and welcome to the University of Toronto Mississauga's 2021 Alumni Awards of Distinction event. Bonjour, Alexandra Gillespie Nadezhnikos. It is my great privilege to serve as a Vice President of the University of Toronto and Principal of the University of Toronto Mississauga. I'm greeting you today from a room of Lylehurst, the Principal's residence at UTM. The window looks out over Mississauga, the river that the French and British called the Credit, because at its mouth they traded with indigenous peoples who for thousands of years had travelled and stewarded its waters and the lands around it. That means I'm where you are not on our beautiful campus, on the traditional lands of the Wendat and the Seneca, in a house by the waters on the territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. I'm sorry that we're not here together, but before we start this virtual ceremony, I want to acknowledge this and the guidance of the Mississaugas of the Credit, the friendship they show to me as leader and to all at UTM and our wider U of T community, as well as to those we work with locally, provincially and internationally as we seek to live a good life. Chima Gwach. I am delighted, along with Ziad Vahed, President of UTM's Alumni Association, to host this evening's awards event, which is now in its 7th year. Normally at this time of the year, we would be gathering in person for an intimate ceremony here at Lylehurst to celebrate our Alumni Awards of Distinction recipients. While this year's event is virtual, it's no less important, and in fact has allowed us the opportunity to invite UTM's entire alumni community, as well as faculty, staff and friends. Throughout the event, I encourage all of you to share messages of congratulations with our award recipients in the live chat. I know they'll appreciate it. I'm pleased to share that tonight's audience is watching from all over the world. Welcome, everyone. And I'd like to extend a special welcome to our Alumni Award of Distinction recipients, their family members and friends, past recipients and volunteers. This evening's event is a wonderful way to acknowledge the service and dedication of 3 of U of T Mississauga's exemplary community members. You'll hear more about those award winners shortly, but let me take a minute or two to put in context the significance of tonight's celebration and briefly highlight some of the exciting changes and opportunities our campus is facing. In the last 14 months, the COVID-19 pandemic has greatly altered life both on and off campus. With sweeping restrictions of in-person gatherings, student, faculty and staff have made incredible efforts to continue the tradition of learning that U of T has upheld since 1827. As we look forward to returning to campus in the coming year, we can also look back with pride and appreciation to those who have done their best in the face of some real adversity. As many of you know, UTM collaborated with Trillium Health Partners and Peel Public Health to host the region's first mass vaccination clinic. This was a historic and hopeful effort that's still ongoing and that reflects our genuine desire to serve the community. Together, we'll continue to find a path through this pandemic, and we are committed to supporting our students, alumni, faculty, and staff along the way. Over the past 5 decades, we've been a campus of transformation, evolving from our informal, tightly knit beginnings to our globally relevant status today. This campus is modern, diverse, and it attracts students from around the world. It's a campus that has retained many of the benefits that made Erindale and UTM so popular in earlier days: a sense of community, a fun but rigorous student experience, and membership in the broader U of T family. The campus of today, of course, looks very different from its early days when Erindale opened with 155 students, 1 building, a couple of tennis courts, and 28 faculty and staff. UTM is now the 2nd largest division at U of T. A crucial hub of intellectual and cultural life, UTM fuels economic and social prosperity, not only in the Western GTA, but far beyond as well. UTM is a critical source of innovation, diversity, and strength in U of T's unique tri-campus system. In 2020, we broke ground on UTM's new science building and are continuing to make steady progress there. The science building will house, among other programs, the Centre for Medicinal Chemistry, which focuses on drug discovery targeting cancer and other rare diseases. In 2019, we officially opened Manjue Nindamuiwan, completing the renaissance of the northern portion of the campus and providing a new home for the humanities and social sciences. There are also plans underway for a new arts, culture and technology building, which will include robotics, an extension of the Blackwood Gallery, an Indigenous Centre, and the relocation of our Institute of Communication, Culture, Information and Technology. I look forward to welcoming all of you back to UTM soon, I hope, to see how the campus has transformed when it's safe to gather in person again. Many of you who are watching today are alumni of this great institution, alumni who are leaders and contributors to the prosperity of our local and regional communities, with a global footprint that is expanding exponentially. Alumni who are right now working on vaccines, providing health and human resources to the sick and the most vulnerable, advocating for social justice and equality, developing innovations to respond to a world that is, without exaggeration, changing every day. UTM has more than 60,000 alumni who live and work in close to 100 countries. You work in science and technology, government, education, the arts, and the not-for-profit sector. You volunteer, mentor, coach, and give back in all sorts of other ways. and everyone watching this evening, alumni, faculty, staff, friends, and community members, despite our different backgrounds, passions, abilities, and careers, are key to building U of T's reputation for global excellence and boundless promise. Tonight's event is an opportunity to recognise 3 key individuals who, through the distinguished service, individual creativity, success, and entrepreneurial spirit they've shown, are extending the reach and reputation of the University of Toronto. But before I go any further, I'd like to invite my co-host, Ziad Vahed, to say a few words.
Thank you, Professor Gillespie. I'm delighted to be here on behalf of the UTM Alumni Association and to congratulate our distinguished award winners, past and present. The UTM Alumni Awards of Distinction really speak to the depth and breadth of excellence that exists within our community. I am amazed by the talent, passion, and commitment of our exceptional award winners. Our alumni are significant drivers of social well-being and economic growth at home and abroad. They contribute artistically and culturally around the world and give back to communities as volunteers, helping to sustain and enhance the university's academic mission. Over the last year, our alumni have also stepped up to respond to the urgency of a pandemic and to advocate for equity. We must acknowledge our faculty, staff, and community members, both past and present, including one in particular who is here with us tonight, that continue to provide visionary leadership and can-do attitude that defines and shapes UTM's promising future. It is clear that our 3 award winners tonight personify the very qualities that build U of T's reputation as a global leader. So let me add my personal thanks and congratulations to the winners. You are an inspiration to all members of the U of T family and a big part of why our great university continues to be the highest ranked Canadian university and among the top ranked universities in the world. I'll now hand it back to Professor Gillespie to introduce our first award recipient. Thank you.
Thank you, Ziad. The first award I'll be announcing is the J. Tuzo Wilson Distinguished Alumni Award. This award recognises outstanding alumni for their dedication both to enriching the lives of others through community service and to achieving a level of distinction in their professional field. Named in honour of the former UTM principal who achieved worldwide acclaim for his contributions to the theory of plate tectonics, the award acknowledges the impact of Tuzo Wilson's exceptional professional achievements in service to the community. It's now with pleasure that I introduce the 2021 recipient of the J. Tuzo Wilson Distinguished Alumni Award, Claire Carver-Dias. Ms. Carvadillas earned her Bachelor of Arts in English, a fine subject that I also represent, in 2002 at UTM. She went on to earn a Master of Arts in English from McGill University and a PhD in English Creative and Critical Writing from the University of Wales, Bangor. She also has an MBA from Queen's University Smith School of Business in partnership with Cornell University. Claire is the founder of Clear Day Communications, a consulting firm that specialises in helping clients become strong and confident communicators, presenters, and leaders. She's also a lecturer for the Department of Management and the Institute for Communication, Culture, Information and Technology here at UTM. Claire is a celebrated athlete. She's won medals in synchronized swimming at the Olympic, Pan American, World Championship and Commonwealth Games, earning her recognition with the Mississauga Sports Hall of Fame, the Canada Games Hall of Honour, and the Synchro Quebec Hall of Fame. Ms. Carver-Dias has also generously volunteered her time to UTM. She delivered a talk to students, young alumni, on how to deliver presentations with impact, was a keynote speaker for the graduating class in 2016, and has served as an alumni mentor for students. Claire also volunteers her time as Director of the Commonwealth Games Canada, as a member of the editorial board for the Canadian Journal for Women in Coaching, and as board chair of Hope's Story, a Canadian Christian charity that empowers local churches around the world to provide hope and opportunity to impoverished children. But before I invite Ms. Carvadillas to speak, I would first like to welcome Heather Hines, Director of Undergraduate Programs and Student Services from UTM's Department of Management and a Senior Advisor in UTM's Office of the Vice President and Principal. She's going to offer a congratulatory message.
Thank you, Alex. Back in September, I had the opportunity to attend a communications workshop that Claire had agreed to facilitate for our incoming second-year students. My original intent was to log on to Zoom, greet Claire, make sure she had everything she needed, and then leave their team to manage the rest. Well, it didn't work out that way. Once Claire started her session, I was hooked. Her content was so dynamic, and the level of engagement with the students was amazing. Students were on camera, asking questions, posting comments in the chat to her and to each other, and generally enjoying themselves. So while I had planned on staying for 10 to 15 minutes, I was there for 120 minutes, and the time flew by. Most importantly, the students loved it, and I believe every one of them took the time to say thank you or make a comment in the chat before logging off at the end. That sums up our experience whenever Claire has volunteered to work with our students, and she has done so repeatedly. She's a consummate professional who knows her material and who also has a wonderful way of connecting with the students. I think that is because she remembers what it is like to be a student, and that empathy and care comes through in her interactions with them. As a result of her volunteerism, our students have benefited tremendously in terms of their skill development and confidence to navigate in the world. What Claire has also done, however, is to set an example for the students about the importance of giving back and sharing your skills to benefit others. Perhaps this is the most valuable lesson of them all. Claire, you are a true asset to our alumni community and such a deserving recipient of this award. Congratulations on this honor, and thank you for all that you do to enrich the lives of those around you.
Thank you, Heather, for your warm remarks. And now please welcome Ms. Claire Carver-Dias, the 2021 recipient of the J. Tuzo Wilson Distinguished Alumni Award.
Thank you, Alexandra Gillespie, Heather Hines, and the UTM Alumni Association. It is a great honor to be receiving the J. Tuzo Wilson Distinguished Alumni Award, but to be honest, it feels disingenuous to be here receiving this by myself. And what I mean is, as I listened to Alex and Heather provide my bio just now, I felt that it's misleading to give you the impression that I did any of this by myself. Any sporting achievements I may have achieved over the years was only possible because of the dedication and expertise and guidance and encouragement of coaches and teammates and administrators and volunteers who were with me day in and day out. Any academic accolades that I've achieved over the years were only achievable because of the support and tutelage of top-notch professors, librarians, and advisors. Any of my business accomplishments were attainable solely because of the enthusiasm of my clients and the great work of my colleagues. Any teaching success that I've experienced at this beginning of my teaching career is only because of the support and guidance again of faculty mentors and reflects the quality of UTM students. And crucially, I share any triumphs with my parents, my siblings, my husband, my good friends, and my children who have pushed me forward, who have picked me up when I've fallen down, and who have kept me grounded. I have always felt that we cannot achieve our optimal performance without others, that life is lived in the realm of relationships, and that while offering help is what we're called to do as human beings, it is important that we learn to ask for help. And I still believe that. I've had so much help along the way, and now it's more important than ever. One of the humbling aspects of this particular award is that it's meant to acknowledge that I have somehow enriched the lives of others, but it's my life that has been enriched through connection with this great institution, the UTM community. And this is a tribute to all of the wonderful people I have met and walked beside along the way. I imagine all of them standing with me now, crowded into this virtual meeting space, joining me in thanks for this award that we all achieved together. So on behalf of them and from my heart, thank you.
Thank you, Claire. And congratulations on behalf of everyone at the University of Toronto Mississauga. We're so proud to count you amongst our graduates. Our next award is the Desmond Parker Outstanding Young Alumni Award, which recognises inspirational young alumni who have demonstrated excellence in both professional achievement and community service. Named in recognition of Desmond Parker, UTM alumnus and former Chief of Protocol at the United Nations, the award acknowledges Desmond's passion and commitment to public service and human rights over his 40-year career in international diplomacy and protocol. Mr. Parker has also served as a UN peacekeeper in Liberia amid a civil war and spent 6 years there engaging in peace building after the conflict concluded. Currently, he serves as a senior protocol advisor operating in the state of Qatar. I am now honoured to announce that the 2021 recipient of the Desmond Parker Outstanding Young Alumni Award is Ms. Samra Zafar. I'm also pleased to introduce Mr. Desmond Parker himself to introduce Ms. Zafar.
Thank you, Professor Gillespie. I am so proud to be here this evening to introduce the 2021 Desmond Parker Outstanding Young Alumni Award. This past year has been, for us all, a sobering wake-up call, a call to be socially aware, a call to recognize the fragility of the human condition, a call to be of service to our fellow man, a call to reflect and to dig deep within and to bring out the best of who we are. And it is within this dual context of challenge and hope that I am so very pleased that you at UTM have selected Ms. Sambra Zafar to be the recipient of this year's award. Ms. Zafar graduated with an honors Bachelor of Science from UTM in 2013. She was named the top student in economics and also received the John Moss Scholarship, an award given to the most outstanding graduating student of the year across U of T's 3 campuses. She then completed a Master's of Arts in Economics in 2014. After arriving in Canada as a child bride and escaping a decade of abuse, Samra pursued her education at U of T as a single mother, working multiple jobs, and graduated with several awards and scholarships. She then began sharing her story to raise awareness about gender-based violence and has since become a globally recognized expert, speaker, author, and educator on equity, inclusion, mental health, and human rights. She's been recognized among the top 100 most powerful women in Canada, top 25 most inspirational women in Canada, and a top 25 Canadian immigrant. Her book, A Good Wife, Escaping the Life I Never Chose, is a national bestseller named among CBC's best books of 2019 and is now being adapted to a premium TV series. As a volunteer in the community, Samra is a celebrated ambassador for Plan International and a board member for Women's College Hospital Foundation. At U of T, she serves as an alumni governor and as the chair of UTM's Campus Council, and has participated in several activities and programs in support of students. Inspired by the pivotal role that human connection has served in her own journey, Samra Creative Brave Beginnings, a non-profit organization that matches women survivors of abuse, violence, and oppression with trained mentors, helping them rebuild their lives through friendship and support. Samra's speaking portfolio includes 3 TEDx talks and many leading nonprofits, corporations, and universities around the world. In 2018, she had the prestigious honor of being the first non-faculty alumna to address the University of Toronto's President's Circle, the highest donor recognition society of the university. Samra's work has been extensively featured in both Canadian and international media, impacting tens of millions of people worldwide. Well done, and congratulations, Samra. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to be associated with you. You're a trailblazer, an exemplar par excellence, a tireless defender of the rights of the downtrodden, a beacon and a compass for women worldwide, a torchbearer of that proud legacy of excellence for which our alma mater is known. I thank you for the honor you have brought to your family, your community, your native land, your adopted land, and to your alma mater, and to the world at large. And Samra, may the road continue to rise before you.
Thank you so much, Desmond, for that glowing introduction. And now please welcome Ms. Samra Zafar, the 2021 recipient of the Desmond Parker Outstanding Young Alumni Award.
Thank you, Professor Gillespie, Mr. Parker, and the UTM Alumni Association for this incredible honor. This recognition is especially close to my heart for many reasons. When I arrived in Canada 21 years ago as a teen bride, feeling alone, lost, and isolated, I had only one dream: to be able to go to university. For many years, that dream was crushed because of the opposition and oppression against my education. But even during those dark days, I would still stand in front of a mirror and practice my graduation speech. Sitting in the back seat of my ex-husband's car as he would drive down Mississauga Road, I would stare longingly at the blue signs with the graduation hats pointing towards UTM, silently wishing that I would one day be able to attend. It took a decade of fighting many battles before that dream finally came true. When I joined UTM as a mature student and a mother of 2 children, my life changed in many ways. For the first time in my life, I was being treated with kindness and respect for who I was. I made friends who cared about me. I met professors who mentored and guided me. By believing in me, they taught me to believe in myself. I learned through the UTM Health and Counseling Center that the abuse that I was experiencing at home was not my fault. It was not normal, and I had the right to live with respect, dignity, and freedom, as a woman, as a Canadian, and as a human being. UTM gave me the support and most of all the gift of hope that I needed to leave the abuse and build a new life for myself and my daughters. UTM became my home, my family, and in many ways, the place where I was reborn. The sense of community and belonging that I found on this campus was the biggest factor in my journey, and it also taught me my life's biggest lesson, that with success comes responsibility, that true power lies in empowering others, and real leadership is about speaking up for change, breaking barriers for others, and fighting for justice, equity, and progress. I started sharing my story when I graduated from UTM because I knew it wasn't just my story. It is sadly the story of millions of people around the world who face tremendous visible and invisible barriers preventing them from living their true lives and realizing their true potential. These barriers are amplified during times of crises such as this pandemic. We may be in the same storm, but we're not in the same boat. Some of us are cruising along in luxury yachts, and many of us are hanging on to any pieces of floating debris that we can find, desperate to keep our heads above water. This pandemic is a powerful reminder of our interdependence on each other, and also of the systemic inequalities and injustices that must be broken down. Until we're all safe, none of us are safe. Until we're all free, none of us are free. By connecting through shared humanity and a common purpose, we realize that what unites us is so much more powerful than whatever is supposed to divide us. All the work that I do today is inspired by that power of humanity that helped change my life, starting at UTM. I can never pay back the support that I received here, but I can and I will always continue to pay it forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Samra, for your warm and inspiring remarks. I look forward to following your continued success for years to come. Our final award for this evening is the Paul W. Fox Award, which recognises distinguished voluntary service to UTM by a member of the community. Named in honour of former Principal Paul W. Fox, this award acknowledges the dedication and service to UTM that was exemplified by Professor Fox during his term as Principal. It recognises faculty, staff, alumni or community members who have improved campus life through their support of our programs, activities and events, who have promoted the active enrichment of UTM in the community and who are dedicated, long-standing volunteers. I am now delighted to introduce our esteemed 2021 recipient of the Paul W. Fox Award, Paul Donoghue. Mr. Donohue served as the Chief Administrative Officer of UTM from 2001 to 2004 and from 2009 to 2017. UTM lured Paul away from McMaster in 2001 to oversee expansion plans in preparation for the looming double cohort of high school students. 2 new buildings were completed before he left UTM in 2004 for an opportunity to work abroad at the American University in Cairo. He returned in 2009 to oversee another round of growth on the UTM campus. As CAO for UTM, he was instrumental in leading the capital expansion of UTM, overseeing construction of the Communication, Culture and Technology Building, the Terence Donnelly Health Sciences Complex, the Instructional Centre, and Deerfield Hall, just to name a few. What's more, many of these structures are award-winning and LEEDs certified. Paul's broad portfolio included responsibility for business planning, finance and budget, human resources, facilities management, planning and capital construction, IT, campus safety services, occupational health and safety, and hospitality and retail services. Paul was also a long-standing member of U of T's Governing Council from 2009 to 2018. He also served on the UTM Principals Advisory Council, the UTM Campus Council, and the UTM Campus Affairs Committee. Before I invite Mr. Donohue to speak, I would first like to welcome Professor Ian Orchard, a former Vice President of U of T and Principal of UTM, and Professor Emeritus of Biology, to share a few words about Paul.
Thank you, Alex. Well, this is a great day, Paul, and it's good to see you. It's so fitting that Paul is receiving this award today. Paul, who has devoted his expertise to UTM and whose impact is such that UTM and the U of T are all the stronger for his presence. Thank you for your leadership, your loyalty, your commitment and dedication as a senior administrator at UTM, for your mentorship and your friendship, your sense of humor, the laughs, your contribution to what is indeed the community that is UTM. I'm fortunate to have arrived at UTM as principal with Paul already in place as CAO, Bob McNutt's legacy, and I had the pleasure and privilege of working with Paul for many years. And I'm also proud to say that I played a role in luring him back to UTM from the American University of Cairo in 2009. There were many, many cheers. During our time working together, UTM experienced tremendous growth and development, and Paul was at the helm of the architectural artistry that is UTM. The UTM campus would not be what it is today without Paul's vision and leadership. A university is all about the people, but it's also about the facilities and resources, the architecture of open and inviting spaces, a community within a village. Paul once noted that the most deserving part of his job was watching students, faculty and staff as they came into a new building. And my, there were a lot of those. Of seeing their pride, and that was what made it all worthwhile for him. That in of itself speaks to the passion and commitment Paul had for UTM. I am immensely proud to see Paul being honored tonight with the Paul W. Fox Award, and I cannot think of anyone more deserving. Congratulations, mate. Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you, Ian, for those remarks. And now please welcome Paul Donohue, the 2021 recipient of the Paul W. Fox Award.
Thank you, Professor Gillespie, for your introduction. And congratulations on your appointment as Vice President and Principal. I know UTM will benefit greatly from your leadership in the years ahead. And thank you, Professor Orchard, for your kind words. I had the benefit of your leadership and support over the time we worked together at UTM. Beyond that, your friendship over these many years has been very important to me. And for that, I thank you, Ian. I'm honored and humbled to receive the Paul Fox Award for 2021. The time I spent at UTM was remarkably rewarding, both professionally and personally. It was a challenging and exciting time of uncertainty and characterized, as Professor Gillespie has noted, by significant change and remarkably rapid growth. A lot of energy by a lot of people went into the physical changes needed at UTM to accommodate all that growth. New buildings, renewed facilities were designed to enhance the academic experience for our students and to support the research and scholarly work of an expanding faculty, as well as provide the facilities needed for an increasing number of staff as well. It was always rewarding to hear our students, faculty, and staff react to changes in our physical setting, particularly when they returned in the fall after a particularly frantic summer of getting new buildings ready and renovations finished. But an equal amount of energy and attention was devoted to protecting a shared commitment to excellence and to ensuring that all the growth and change did not jeopardize that sense that UTM was a special place. For many people, that was a real issue in the face of such rapid growth and change. There was a strong and overarching sense of community among students, staff, and faculty. That feeling of community was a source of pride, strength, and resilience in the face of very challenging times. But of course, those challenges were nothing compared to what we've gone through this past year. It's been a very difficult time, full of uncertainty for all, and for many, sadly, a time of tragic loss. I believe it is that continuing strong sense of community that has enabled UTM to meet so many of the complex problems of the past year. That feeling of community is also a source of optimism as we look forward to the fall and hopefully the opportunity for all of us to again experience and enjoy UTM and each other's company directly on campus. Nowhere is that sense of community more evident than in the support, commitment, and work of the Alumni Association. And that work and support has never been more important. You should be very proud of the work you continue to do on behalf of UTM. I remain very proud of my association with UTM and I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to be part of that strong and vital community. Again, my heartfelt thanks to the Alumni Association for this honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul, and please accept my gratitude on behalf of everyone at UTM, past and present, for everything you've done for our campus. We're very lucky. Congratulations to all three of our award winners. And let me offer a sincere thank you to our audience tonight for your support of our recipients on this extraordinary occasion. We have just one final piece for tonight's event. Since our past Alumni Awards of Distinction recipients could not celebrate with our award winners in person, several of them have a special message to share with you virtually. Please enjoy this closing video, and with that, I bid you good night.
Claire, Paul, Samra, congratulations on your amazing award. I hope you're very proud of your contributions and for being recognized today.
Samra, Claire, and my old friend Paul, congratulations and thank you for all your contributions and care that have made UTM a jewel within the University of Toronto.
Congratulations, Paul, Samra, Claire, for these Alumni Awards of Distinction. You truly have built UTM and beyond.
Hi, Samra, Claire, and Paul. Congratulations on these great accomplishments, recognizing you for all that you have done at the University of Toronto.
I wanted to congratulate Samra Zafar, a friend, an amazing mother, and an advocate for women everywhere. Well deserved, Samra, and I am so proud and honored to be in this award category with you.
Hi everyone, it's Sven here, and I would like to recognize the winners of the 2021 UTM Alumni Awards, Samra Zafar, Claire Carvadillas, and Paul Donohue. Warmest congratulations on your outstanding achievements, and my very best wishes.
Congratulations to the 2021 UTM Alumni Awards of Distinction recipients. Well done.
Congratulations, Samra, Claire, Paul, for these well-deserved awards. I know you do what you do not for awards, but that's one of the reasons you're getting them.
I'm so sorry that we couldn't be together this year to be celebrating this year's Alumni Awards of Distinction, but I'm so glad that we were able to get together, at least virtually, to celebrate Samra, Claire, and Paul. Congratulations on your awards, and here's to a great year ahead.
Congratulations, Samra, Claire, and Paul, on being selected this year's recipients of the UTM Alumni Awards of Distinction, a well-deserved recognition.
A huge congratulations to the winners this year. Thank you so much for the impact that you have made and the impact that you continue to make. The world needs more of you. Congratulations once again.